Hi, I'm Steve from Pragmasis. We're the manufacturers of the Torque ground anchor. This is a brief overview about the Torque anchor, and we have all the videos detailing the contents of the fitting kits and of the fitting process. This is the Torque ground anchor. It is the highest approved ground anchor on the market, and it's our flagship product. It has Salt Secure Gold approval in every category, including Caravan Gold when fitted with chemical resin. It is approved by the UK Police and is police preferred specification. It's very popular for securing motorcycles, but it can be used for bicycles, cars, caravans, quad bikes, ATVs, ride-on lawnmowers and horse trailers, agricultural equipment, all sorts of things. Virtually anything you don't want stolen. Even the UK military use it. It's a large capacity anchor, able to take a Protector 22mm Titan chain or a Protector 19mm and 16mm chain at the same time. Many ground anchors on the market are simply too small to take a decent chain. This is a Protector 19mm and a Protector 16mm chain looping through. You can see there's a bit of spare room, but it's quite a snug fit, but that's an unusual combination with those two chains together, but there is capacity to do that. You can see that it is basically a two-part anchor with a folding D-shackle made out of 20mm diameter hardened steel plus a heavy-duty fabricated base plate. The D-shackle folds flat when it's not being used, so it's reasonably out of the way, and the fact that it moves can make it harder for a thief to attack. It is a complete D, so a thief would have to cut it twice in order to defeat it, and that is two cuts through 20mm thick hardened steel. We make the Torque anchor here in our workshop in the UK. It uses 4 high tensile fixing bolts. We think that any anchor with just 2 bolts, or even just 1, is much more vulnerable to attack. 3 bolts is better, 4 bolts or even more is best. Now the Torque anchor is usually fitted to a concrete floor or a brick wall, but can also be installed into fresh concrete, fitted inside a van or a steel container, and usually as a last resort, fitted to a blockwork wall. We therefore offer it with a choice of 6 different fitting kits to help you get the best result in many different situations. Any decent ground anchor will only be as good as whatever you fit it to, so getting the best result from the substrate is crucial to getting a good fixing. Without a good fixing, a ground anchor is no use to anyone. Most other suppliers just use expanding bolts, otherwise known as shield anchors or roll bolts, which are fairly universal, but not actually very good for anything. Sometimes there is little choice, and we offer the same option, but it is only 1 out of 6 kits that we offer, and we recommend others in many situations. We have many chemical resin fixing options, and these are superior to the old-fashioned shield anchor approach in many situations. But as I say, we've got a wide choice to make it easy for you to choose basically the fitting kit that's going to give you the best result in whatever situation you've got. Now there's more detail on all of the fitting kits in separate videos, so we'll just continue with an overview now. Now we design all of our products to be easy to install, and this applies to all of the fitting options for the Torque anchor, so it can be fitted by any reasonably competent DIY installer. If you're not confident of your ability, then any local professional builder or fitter should find it very straightforward. In all of our fitting kits, we protect the bolts from being undone by hammering a hardened steel ball bearing into the hexagonal Allen key socket in the bolt head. This isn't just to stop someone using an Allen key to simply undo the bolts, but it is to stop somebody trying to drill out the head of the bolt itself. So we end up with a bolt looking like that, with a ball bearing hammered right into it, basically. In order to make that hammering process easier, we include a short bolt with a dimple in the end, which actually locates very well onto the ball bearing in the bolt. So even if you're actually fitting the ground anchor onto a wall and everything is vertical, then you can still achieve that result by using a hammer and hitting that. You still have to be careful not to hit your fingers, but it's much easier than trying to hit the ball bearing directly. So the final result with the ball bearing installed into the bolt and the ground anchor in position ends up looking like that. So the bolt head is deliberately recessed into the plate, and the hexagonal recess in the bolt is protected by the ball bearing in position. So it's very, very difficult for a thief to defeat that, and it's repeated 4 times over because we've obviously got 4 fixings. We have separate videos that go into detail on the individual fitting kits, so you can learn more about the options that may be relevant for you. Some people ask us how the ground anchor can be moved, perhaps if you're moving house. Basically it can't. It's designed to be a permanent fit, so once it's installed it is basically staying there. You can dig it out of the floor or the wall where it is fixed, where you can grind the whole thing to pieces, but this is going to be a lot of hard work, so most people honestly just leave it where it is and buy another one. If you do cut it out of the floor and break the concrete away from all of the bolts carefully, we can supply a new fitting kit so the core anchor, namely these parts, can be installed in a new location. If you know in advance that you'll be moving house, or that you will simply need to rearrange things in your garage, for instance, then our double doofer removable ground anchor may be more appropriate. We've got another video about that. That's a quick overview of the Torx ground anchor. We have other videos and dimensions and other technical details and so on our website. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching.